sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Freaking capture card. I should have tested this beforehand. Good way to start this stream. Here, let's throw in some music so you can actually hear that instead of me talking over a blank screen while I reset my capture card. It'll be up here in a second, guys. What's up, Lou? I see you in there. How you doing, man? Feeling any better today? I'm going to have to do it this way. Give me 1 second. There we go. Now we're back to normal. There, that should be a mood setter for the stream. Fuck EA. Those assholes ruin everything they touch, man. Anyway, let me know if that music's too loud or not. I can adjust it within the browser that that it's playing through. All right, so we left off last stream with the fact that the Jets won the division, got the number 4 seed, and kind of backdoored our way in because the rest of the division sucked, but shouldn't have been that difficult. We got royally screwed by the EA horrible AI in that game with the Chiefs right here. We lost in overtime, and we should have won that game. AI didn't call a timeout. It had a timeout left. They ran the ball to get it in field goal range and let the time run out, and we lost in overtime. But you can see we were kind of Jekyll and Hyde coming down the stretch here. Win 2, lose 1, win 3, lose 3. So luckily we beat the Giants and won the division. But unlike last year when we won our last 5 weeks in a row, this year we kind of backed in. But hey, I'll take it. That's 2 years in a row making the playoffs, so let's go down and check our stats again. I did this last night, so I know, but Justin Fields passed for 4,568 yards, had 28 touchdowns and 13 picks. He was number 2 in yards in the league. We go look at his stats. He I had to turn the music down in my headphones. His rating went up. His touchdowns only slightly went up. Interceptions down. So looks like he's gonna hang around that 30 touchdown, 12, 13 interception mark. Hopefully we can get that down. His sacks bounced back up. Went down 13 and back up 10. So I might need to work on his upgrading his scrambler so he takes off instead of standing in the pocket and getting sacked all the time. but hey, passed for 4,500 yards, so he's gone up in yards every year. And that was switching to the Patriots playbook. So it didn't result in many more touchdowns, but it did give us more yards. Carson, just shy of 1,000 yards. We did not run the balls well this year for whatever reason. You can see he had 1,000 yards each of the first 2 years. His touchdowns aren't bad, but he had his most carries of any season and his lowest yardage and lowest average. Did break 40 tackles, so. And then receiving wise, Elijah Moore, his third straight season of 1,000 yards receiving. As you'll see right here. 10 touchdowns was a nice uptick as well. So he's settled in as a number 1 receiver. That was a really good second-round pick. Levy, our second of our 2 first-round picks last year, played him in the slot all year, and he got progressed up to 974 yards and 6 touchdowns. He kind of took over for Mims. Mims had 1,000 yards last year, and he dropped all the way to 348, so he really regressed, and that's only because our first-round pick that we thought we whiffed on, Gladstone, it says hidden dev, but he was a normal dev. He got an upgrade to star during the season. The dude came through, 85 catches, 967 yards, and 4 touchdowns. So that really helped back up our decision to take him, even though we missed out on an X-Factor corner and a superstar middle linebacker. Speaking of defense, Bobby Wagner, our free agent signing in the offseason, led the team in tackles, 126 with 8 TFLs and 3 sacks. Barnes, our free agent signing the year before, 100 tackles, 9 TFLs, 2.5 sacks, and 2 picks. Sack leader was Akeem Hicks with 6.5, Rice with 5.5, Quinnen with 5.5. That was a drop off. He had like 10.5 the year before. So TFLs, they were down as well. So defensively, we weren't as strong. We had another season, our third straight season of 6,000 yards of offense, but our defensive yards suffered, went down to 27. I think we were like 12 or 15 the year before. So anyway, like I said, Jekyll and Hyde type season. Played well in stretches, sucked in others. So anyway, we're going to get into this wild card match against the Cleveland Browns. We'll watch this game and see if we can do like we did last year and win the first round, get on to the second round, and see how it goes. See what uniforms we want the Browns to wear. Yeah, those are fine. And we'll probably just stay with the current. Yeah, we're good. Let's get into this game. I debated whether to stream this today or tonight. I only have one match and it's early, so I'd have more time, but I just kind of want to play this, get the playoffs and the off-season over with so we can get going for the next season, which could possibly be on Saturday. I was supposed to have a volleyball tournament all day on Saturday, but it got canceled for whatever reason. So if I don't do it Saturday, we'll come back probably Monday morning and do it. And we have a night playoff game. Awesome. And no weather. So, all right, let's get into this. Hopefully the defense doesn't lay an egg. We know the offense can play well. It's just we've been inconsistent on the defensive side. Matthew Ambrose, they must have drafted him. I'll have to look him up and see if it was this year, if it was a backup that finally got a chance to start. Cleveland, for whatever reason, doesn't like to retain Baker Mayfield in these dynasties, franchises, whatever. All right, guys, let's go. Stop that run. Hit him. Oh, man. Yards after contact. We got to limit that today. Chubb's going to eat us alive otherwise. We had him stopped and then give up 8 yards after contact. That's not good. Going down the field. Oh, he had the pick, but he's out of bounds. One-handed snag. Did you see that? That was a pretty big catch. Let's go. Ah, boom. Nice hit. 15 yards too late. We need some pressure today. Defensive line needs to step up and do a job. Fill that hole. Stop them. There you go. Man, we got to wrap these guys up on first contact. Let's get in there and get some pressure. Come on, guys. Yeah, 3rd and a yard and a half. Half yard, not quite a full yard. They spotted it better than I thought they should. All right, run blitz. Get in there. Get in there. Ah. Short game, but keeps moving the sticks. Let's go, man. Get in there. Come on, break free. Get him. Oh, he's just late. And he dropped it. Good play. Way to break it up. Will's gut's hurt. Is that one our offensive lineman? That would be helpful. Yeah. Need to get these guys in 3rd and long, not 3rd and short. They're just going to pound it with Chubb all day long. Come on, guys. Let's get in there. Oh, get him. There you go. Nice. Rice with a big sack. That's going to make it a long field goal. 52 yards, roughly. See if he has the leg. It's going to be short. Yes, he missed it. Now we get the ball close to midfield. All right, so that worked out really well. That was Kaimi Fairbairn. Thought he had a stronger leg than that. All right, Fields. God, I hate that route. They never turn it up until they run straight out of bounds. That's just bad AI by EA. That's a nice quick slant. Get us some positive yards. 3rd and manageable. Let's go. Here we go. Hit the tight end. Did he have forward progress? Is he going to give it to him? Or is it going to be 4th and inches? Yeah, 4th and inches. Go for it. I don't care if it's first quarter. Ah, look how close that is. They could just do a quarterback sneak. And that's the difference between the AI and our human players. We would go for that. All right, no score in each first 2 drives. Come on. Did you see him run right back into the tackle? He had an open lane to the outside, and EA had him turn right into the tackle. Such an animation-based game. Let's go, boys. Yeah. He fumbled. Yes. Are they going to rule him down? Is that going to count? What kind of animation was that? Let's hope that doesn't get overturned. Is he down? Boom. Yeah, that might be overturned. Oh, they let it go. Awesome. All right, so we get it back at the 49. Let's do something now. Come on, Carson. Cut it. There you go. 11 yards. 10 yards. We need to do a little more of that this game. Control the clock. Keep that pass rush. Myles Garrett off of Fields. There you go. 9 more yards. Let's go. I'm going to set up a little more music here in a second. Ah, holding. Damn it. All right, let's go. Run it again. I don't want third and long, of course. There we go. First down, Gladstone. There you go. 4 for 4, but only 22 yards. Doing a lot of checkdowns. See if we can hit somebody on a slant here towards the goal line. Throws it out. Did he catch it? Is he in bounds? Touchdown, yes! Elijah Moore. There we go. That's the start we need. Now they're going to review it, see if he came down inbounds or not. Look close to me. They're probably going to overrule this and say he's out. I don't think he got his other foot down. There's one, and his hand comes down out of bounds. That's incomplete. Not going to count. He was too close to the sideline. Oh, they gave it to him. Holy crap, that was terrible. His arm hit the white line. That should not have counted. I'll take it. Doesn't make up for the bullshit non-timeout in the Chiefs game, but I'll take it now. We're in the playoffs. All right, guys. Get him. There we go. All right, got to stay strong on defense now. We bent on the first drive, and they missed their field goal, and then we got the turnover in the second one. So let's keep the mojo going. Get him. Get him. There you go. Only 3 yards. Chubb's back in the game. Get in there. There we go. That pressure made him check down faster than he wanted to. No gain. Come on, boys. Step up. Knock the ball down. Off his back foot. What a throw. Oh, my God. Did you see that? He chucks it 50 yards off his back foot falling down, and the guy one-hand mossed it. Look at the... Oh, my God. It is Beckham, but good Lord. There's another bad animation. He had plenty of room to run outside, and he turns it up right into the tackle. That's just the sim. All right, let's hold him. Hold him to 3. Get in there, stop him. Wrap him up? Nope. And then he turns right back into the tackle when he had a lane outside. What's the flag for? Holding. Awesome. Give me 2nd and 19. 2nd and 18. I don't know how they get a 9-yard penalty out of that. Should have been full 10 yards. Get in there. Get in there. Get him. Yes. Meadows, #1 pick last year. He's going to step up and be the starter next year. We're going to let him play and get rid of Hicks. All right, end of the first quarter. We're up 7-0. Let's jump forward with a little fast sim here. 3rd and 28. Throws it away. And he punts. -2 for Carson. We got to get that offensive line going on these run blocks, man. 3rd and 4. 22 to Mims, the forgotten man. Goes from 1,000 yards to 300 yards. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. Let's go. 5-yard penalty. Give us a first down? No, 3rd and 1. And we get it on Carson's legs. Gladstone gets us a first down. 5-yard penalty. 8 more to Mims. Fields hasn't touched the... Or, Levy hasn't touched the ball at all today. 1st and goal at the 2. And 2-yard touchdown to Jordan Reed. We brought him in to be our starter. He got hurt in the preseason. out 7 weeks, and he lost his job to the first-round pick, which happens a lot in the NFL. 14-0, 5.5 minutes left in the half. This is where the sim's going to get us because we played too well in the visual sim. All right, 3rd and 6. Sacked by Quinnen Williams. Yes. And then they did not get a great punt. They returned it 14. Let's go, boys. Get some more. 20 to Levy. Just mentioned him earlier, not getting the ball. Gladstone gets us another first down. He's a chain mover, man. 7 yards by Fields. Is it 3rd and 1? Yeah. All right, we're running the ball better. 21 yards to Levy. 1st and goal. Let's go. 2nd down. Touchdown, Fournette. His first carry of the game. He's the vulture. Steals all of Carson's touchdowns. All right, we got a 3-score lead with a minute left in the half. $75 yards to Jarvis Landry. Well, you know, they couldn't let us have a 3-score lead at half. 75 yards. Minute left in the half. What's the one thing? Don't let them get behind you, right? Oh, well. You know, it should eat the rest of the half. All right, we're at halftime. Let's watch the 3rd quarter, and we'll selectively watch the 4th. Go. Decent return. All right, guys. Let's get this back to a 3-score game. Oh, that was a weird animation. Showing run blitz. They're going to back out. Run it again. They're going to back out. And they didn't. And he hits him for the quick, and then he runs backwards. That's such a bad animation. Come on, guys. We got to get the ball down the field. Throw it. That's the shit I'm talking about. He's got to run. He's got to scramble. He's got to get away from Garrett. He's got to throw it away, do something. And I think it's just I need to work on his scrambler ability more so than his accuracy, because his accuracy is all in the 80s. All mid to high 80s. So he doesn't really need a ton of extra work there. He needs to work on getting away from the rush. All right, guys. Big stop. Get in there. Sack him. Nope. Right down the middle of the field. Guy's already got 200 yards because 75 of that came at the end of the half. He really hasn't been killing us with the pass. Stop him. There you go. Wife's killing my lighting here by leaving the door open behind me when she took the dogs out. Yeah, we were up 21-0, and now it's going to bring them all the way back and make a game out of it. Tell me EA doesn't have a comeback code. Tell me. And then he seals the corner. Fucking A. He's blocking one guy. My guy falls down, so he slips off and blocks the other guy trying to seal the edge. Yeah, well. I downloaded the latest update for College Football Revamped as well and got that installed last night. So once I start streaming that, we'll have half the Pac-12 uniforms updated. We'll have to wait for their next update to come out to finish that off. They have 2 more updates planned. Next one will finish off the Pac-12, and then the last one will take care of all the other teams and conferences they haven't hit yet. So, penalty, yes. Face mask, 15 more yards. Let's go, boys. We gotta get the momentum back. You gotta shut the door when you leave because you're killing my lighting. It's bright behind me, it makes me dark. Drop the ball. Let's go, Mims. Oh, he threw it right to him. Son of a bitch. We're going to lose this game. They've completely changed the momentum on one play. That fast sim touchdown totally wrecked what we were doing on defense and offense. And I know there's 6 minutes left in this quarter, 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You can just feel the momentum behind this. Hopefully I'm wrong. Doesn't feel like it though. Feels like the just game changed on a dime. We were stopping those guys. Let's go back to the fast sim. If we're going to lose, I don't want to see a bunch of stupid animations. Yeah, see, 18 yards. They're going to score again. There it is. Tie game. Zero-yard catch. Hey, at least we're getting Elijah involved again. $22 yards. Nice. I was going to say, don't do anything stupid. There we go. Field goal gives us the lead. Not comfortable with it. Feel like they're just going to march down the field on us again. $13 yards to Landry. 25 to, see, they're just chunk plays. We don't get very many chunk plays like that. Hold them. There we go. Tie game. 10 minutes left in the game. Interception. Son of a bitch. Come on, Fields. That's twice. Hold him here on third. Nope. First down. Touchdown upcoming. There it is. Third and 6. Dropped. We don't stop him here. It's lights out. And 73-yard punt. Pins us on the 7. Are you kidding me? Third and 5. Do something. God damn, Fields, you're killing me. If we don't hold him to a field goal, good job, Marcus. Another sack. All right, defense is doing their job. $16 yards. Let's go. This might be the last time we have the ball all game. Come on. And he punted. Son of a bitch. $24-yard. Game over. We lost. Game over. God damn it. Lost because he threw that pick inside his own 20. Yeah, I'm pissed. Come on, Fields, you gotta be better than this, man. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? Fucking EA. They're ruining my day, man. Animations suck, and they just bought Super Mega Baseball 3, the studio that makes Super Mega. They bought them. So my favorite baseball game is gonna go bye-bye because you know everything that EA touches is going to shit. We ran the ball well. 84 yards by Carson was good. Gladstone, 6 yards. That's terrible. We can't be throwing 6-yard passes to the tight end all day. Beckham had he had a 51-yard catch. Where is he? Landry caught 2 passes. One was 75 yards for a touchdown at the end of the first half. That was very disappointing. We barely made it in the playoffs, and then we played like shit. Yeah, EA Sports. We ruin every game. That should be their tag. Assholes. I don't begrudge the guys over at Metalhead. I mean, they worked hard to make a really good game, and now they're getting paid for it, and I'm happy for them. But we're getting screwed because they're gonna find a way to ultimate team that stupid thing too, and I just have no confidence in anything EA does. That's why everybody was asking. Yeah, it does. That's why my son needs to learn my streaming schedule. He always calls me when I'm streaming. And I'm not confident in the new college football game coming out. As I said in the past, if it sucks, we'll still have Revamp to play, man. I will not play a shit game. The stuff they've done to Revamp to make it better is awesome. And we know that game's playable, even though it still has some wonky animations and things that could be better. You know how they've kind of screwed up the way that Madden does the drafting. So I can't wait to see how they screw up recruiting. Let's get his accuracy up. Dude's got 99 kick power, but here, I'll show you. He's got 99 kick power, but only 81 kick accuracy, so we got to get that up. I'll need to look at his stats and see what his accuracy was. Yeah, they've done a really good job. The only problem is they stole 2 guys off of that team and hired them on to work on the new college football game. So initially you'd say, yay, that's great for us. Yeah, I don't know that it's great for us because what happens is they get them in studio and then they put the clamps on them. And, they're not in a position of decision making. They're just workers, worker bees, man. We got to find a replacement. We just drafted this guy in the 7th round, 6th round, 7th round last year, so he needs to be replaced. All right, I need to look at my team and see who my free agents are that we need to reset their contract. Yeah, exactly. You know how it works. You know how it works. All right, here's our big penalty. We sign these guys to big deals. Wagner's on a 1-year deal. I haven't seen, we won't know what his regression is. What is Fuller's contract? He's an 84 overall. 1-year deal. So I'm not going to worry about Fuller so much. Hicks is going to be a free agent. He's 34 years old. I've got his replacement on the team already. McGlinchey, I'm probably going to let go to free agency, and I can always re-sign him. Reed's going to be a free agent, and we're letting him go. He's the only ones we're paying any money for. Bobby Wagner, he's an X factor, and he's still better than who our backups are. So this is how you reset. Are you? Awesome. Yeah, hopefully we'll have, I don't know. They'll probably still have the mask mandate, even though it's outside. can't wait for that bullshit to be over with. This is how you do this with the guys you have on expiring contracts, so you don't have to send them off to free agency if you don't want to. So what I overpaid to get him back, or overpaid to get the guy in the first place, right? So I paid him $12.3 million. I'm gonna show you right now. I can re-sign him right now, and it's probably gonna be $5 million, $7 million. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how. I'll show you how to do this. This is how you take care of your veterans on expiring contracts. So you know how Mahomes always asks for like $200 million. Well, you don't ever have to pay him $200 million. You can pay him $17 million a year with no signing bonus forever by doing this tactic. I learned this from Tips for Gamers. So Bobby Wagner, we're going to release him. I'm going to take a penalty of $6.69 million, but we have $100 million in cap space, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's very annoying. You don't need one outside at all, period. I've already had COVID, so. All right, so we released him. Here's my cap penalty. I hate that. Doesn't put commas. So we have a cap penalty of $33 million for this year, but I have $158 million in cap space, and we have a cap penalty next year of $16 million. So we have plenty of space to handle that. So now that I cut Bobby Wagner, you're going to go back into free agents, and you're going to sign Bobby Wagner for $5 million. Boom, he's on the team for next year for $5 million. Superstar X Factor. And he has no signing bonus. So if I want to trade him, you can trade him at any point, and he won't cost a dime. Look at this. $5.5 million. $5.15 million. See, right here. $5.15 million. So now we don't have to deal with him in free agency. And if he regresses, we're only paying $5 million. And see, no cap penalty. We can get rid of him at any time. As you can see, I don't have a replacement ready to replace him. So $5 million for a Superstar X Factor, even if he's an 81, works for me. You can do it for anybody. Anybody on the last year of their contract. The trick is you have to do it once your season is over. So if you miss the playoffs, you can do it the first week of the playoffs. If you're in the playoffs, you have to wait till you get eliminated. And if you're in the Super Bowl, you have to actually play the game, and you can't do the fast sim and advance to the next week. You have to go into the game, do the sim in the game if you're not going to play the game, and then when the game is over, before you advance to the next week, you cut all your players that are on expiring contracts that you want back, go back out to free agency, re-sign them back to the team, resets their contract to another one-year contract with no signing bonus, and that's how you can get around paying Patrick Mahomes $200 million. You can do it every single year, every year. You just have to make sure you don't. You have to make sure that you still don't have games to play. So once your final game is over and before you advance out of the Super Bowl week, yeah, any player, and you can reset their contracts as rookies in the preseason in week 4 after you make your cuts. You get to week 4. Rookies, first-year players, and second-year players are all eligible for the practice squad. So you take them, move them to the practice squad, re-sign them. So you're going to pay a penalty on their signing bonus from being drafted, and then you're going to usually pay them more for their rookie season than you normally would. But then when the season's over, they're going to come up on that list of guys that say, hey, I want to re-sign. And they're going to say they want $20 million over 3 years or whatever it is. Ignore that. And you can sign them to a 7-year deal for $550,000 a year with no signing bonus, and they'll gladly say yes. I'll show you how to do that here in a second because we're very close to doing that. Let's advance this week. See who won their other games. So the Raiders knocked off the Colts, and the Titans knocked off the Bengals. Those games weren't even close. Washington knocks off San Francisco, and Green Bay squeaks by Atlanta. So, all right, let's get going. Yeah, exactly. Tips for Gamers are the ones that figured that out. Those guys are awesome. You'll see here in a minute. I'm using all of their tricks. That's why it says Unrealistic franchise, because I'm using all their tips to do this. Yeah, Cincy Bowen just saw them. I note. Good morning, Lou. How you doing, man? You feeling better today? Cincy just saw my whisper about EA buying Super Mega. All right, let's advance past this week. See who's going to the conference championships. What's up, Cincy? Yeah, it's terrible news to wake up to. All right, so the Chiefs barely get by the Raiders. Browns handled, so we got the Browns again. 5th seed. They're just rolling through. Saints beat Washington. Dallas a field goal over Green Bay, so not going to enjoy that Super Bowl. All right, advance one more week. And we see it's the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Cowboys win by 4. Chiefs hammered the Browns. Thank you. We got screwed by EA against the Chiefs earlier this year. All right, so look at that. Fields is the number 1 quarterback in the Pro Bowl. Carson, number 2 halfback. Elijah Moore got to Pro Bowl. Becton gets on a Pro Bowl. Anybody else? Nope. All right. That's good. That's good. That's good for progression. Sim pass this week. So if you made it to the Super Bowl and you wanted to reset contracts, you'd have to go in and play this game. But before you advance to off-season, before you come down here advance week where it says next week off-season, that's where you cut those veterans and then re-sign them like we just did with Bobby Wagner. Here, Cincy, if you didn't see this, Bobby Wagner was a free agent at the end of the season. We signed him for $13 million last year, and like half of that was a signing bonus. And I just reset his contract. I cut him and then re-signed him to this 1-year, $5 million contract with no bonus. So now we're paying almost a third, and we can get rid of him if he starts regressing. Let's look at the yearly awards. Mahomes was the MVP. Hedrick, rookie coach of the year. Let's see, AFC. Fields is number 7 on offensive player. Anybody in defense? No. Offensive rookie, Gladstone. Our number 1 pick was offensive rookie of the year. He should get another dev upgrade. That might make him a superstar because he got a scenario and got up to a star during the season. I was kind of pissed. I drafted a 76 overall tight end with 89 speed, and he was only normal dev. But that might take him up to superstar. We didn't have anybody on defense playing. Fields was the 5th best QB. Carson, best running back. Moore, the number 3 wide receiver. And Sly was the best kicker. They never give kickers any progression at all. That's the 2nd time he's won the best kicker. Let's upgrade our players. Gladstone gets an upgrade. Let's see, it probably hasn't even shown his upgrade, his dev trait yet. He's a star. He got that through that progression. Offensive Rookie of the Year got him 10,000 points. Did not get him an upgrade. Where was it that he got his star upgrade? There it is. Week 13, he got his all right, Super Bowl week. Let's go see if we have anybody else that got progressed up. So Gladstone got Offensive Rookie of the Year, but didn't get us to the superstar. They're saying Nate Davis is better than Mailata. McGlinchey's leaving. I don't have a replacement for him because these two guys are both free agents, so we're going to need a right tackle. Hey, look, Elijah Moore is now a superstar X Factor. Remember, he got his superstar in that game against the Chiefs, and he just went up to an X Factor because he was the number 3 wide receiver. Awesome. He had 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So we have an X Factor wide receiver that I got in the second round. Gotta love that, man. Gotta love that. Hicks is a free agent, but he's getting replaced by Meadows. Got to work on some youth at corner. You see, here's our Bobby Wagner guy back. So what is his traits? What are they? We don't play with these turned on. Rack him up. Fight for every yard possible after catch. Matchup nightmare. Sharper cuts. Win contested catches covered by linebacker or lineman. And consistent ability. Catching balls 20 yards from the line of scrimmage outside the numbers. So he's going to have better rack. So we got to get the ball to him 20 yards down the field, man. All right, my coach has some upgrades, so let's go spend these XP. Hey, let's do the quarterback boost. So we have running back, kicker, and punter left, and we'll be maxed out on player progression. All right, let's get these college scouting done, and then we'll show you how to reset the contracts on the rookies like I did. All right, scouted. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Let's finish scouting the ones we've already scouted. I don't bother putting my draft board together until we're right before the draft. We'll just scout them, and then we'll take a look at them. Yeah, this damn thing. This game won't let me unfinish. It keeps telling me it already unlocked. It's a glitch. It happens a lot more than I want it to. Thanks for the gifts, man. Appreciate that. Another 4th round D tackle that's 1st round talent. Late 1st round. There's always a ton of defensive tackles later rounds that are 1st round talent, so you don't really need to waste a 1st round pick on a D tackle unless you absolutely need one. All right, let's see, unscouted. Well, I'm going to change that once my ref schedule slows down, which will be very soon. I have a match tonight. I have one tomorrow. I was supposed to have a tournament on Saturday, but that got canceled. And then I have a match on Monday. I have playoff match on Friday and Saturday next week. And then the following week, I'm actually line judging districts instead of reffing it, which is fine. 3 days that week. So on the 20th, I'm going to start streaming a more regular stream, and then on the 26th, I have to do the 2 semifinals. But starting on the 20th, I'm going to work out a schedule, and I'm trying to alternate day and night so that it's not all day or all night, especially all night. George streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So what I might do is I'm trying to get some sort of schedule so where I do Madden on Monday and Tuesday, take Wednesday off, do college football on Thursday, Friday, take Saturday off, and then do Super Mega Baseball on Sunday. Something like that. And Super Mega, we can do it in the morning, late morning, close to noon. And that way I can play 3 different games, so people want to tune in for whatever they want to tune in, they can. So that would be, if I stream on a Monday and a Friday, it would be during the day. I could stream Tuesday and Thursday at night. And then Sunday would be late morning, like 10 a.m. Central Time, something like that. And that way people can, but they're always VODed. I have them backed up over on YouTube. If you just go to Von Rye, just leave the STL off and go to Von Rye. then you can see all of them. I just copy them over there. Oh, wow. All right, unscouted. Let's go look and see by position. We don't need a quarterback. I don't necessarily need a running back or tight end. All right, I'm not going to scout these tackles because I want to see their combine, because I want to know how many bench press reps they had. I usually like offensive linemen with like 5.7, 5.8, 5.9 or higher on their combine score. But I really don't like the agile ones because their combine's high, but they don't turn out as well as just the straight power or pass protecting offensive linemen. So we're going to do the offensive linemen once I see what their combines are. So we're going to save all of those guys. Now, I might come back to those 5th rounders because we have a lot of scheme fits here. And same thing with D tackle. I want to know their combine because if they're 5.7 or higher, yeah, I think we'll take care of that this late spring, early summer. We'll get some cool stuff. I'd like to get some sound commands too. I'd like to get. I took care of the music by playing this YouTube royalty-free stuff. And let me know if that's too high or too low, because I can adjust that within the browser. Let's see. A lot of the 4th round guys are already taken care of. I need to scout some more of these corners, but they're all zone. Don't like zone. I want man-to-man guys. There's not a whole lot out here for me to scout. All right, let's hit these running backs. 2nd rounder. No, we're not doing him. I'll do this one. B press. He might be good. So he can do more than just play zone. Thank you. All right, so let's go see who wins the Super Bowl. And it's the Cowboys, 24-17. So Revamp should be happy. Dak Prescott, Super Bowl MVP. Let's go look at see if they. I want to see what if they. Typically, when you go through this, it doesn't let you see the box score for the last game of the year, which is really stupid. But let's go look and see if it's going to let me look at this. Hey, it is. All right. So Mahomes, 224, touchdown and a sack. Prescott, only 213, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 sacks, but he was MVP. Elliott, 100 yards. See, Tyreek, 135. He lit us up in that one game. Anybody on defense do anything special? Nope. All right, so he got it for his 2 touchdowns. I wish they would give you the actual scoring summary. They just show the box score, but they don't tell you how the team scored in what order on that page. But, you know, it's EA. What do you expect? Do the least amount of work. All right, so who's retiring? Cameron Jordan, Harrison Smith. Ooh, the Raiders lost a couple of offensive linemen. Bobby Wagner. Oh, man, we just signed him to the contract and he retires. That sucks. All right, so now we got to go get another middle linebacker unless we want to go play a 4-3, which we could do because we have the correct outside linebackers. I mean, I try to flatten their ratings so that they're not dominating one type over the other. Donkey Kong Sue retires. Kaepernick, don't even get me started with that guy. Tom Brady finally retired. Verrett, so we don't have him to bring back and play. Nick Foles. A lot of big names retiring in year 3. Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor. Wow, they're going to have a lot of computer quarterbacks. Devonta Freeman, Sean Payton retires. So we signed Bobby Wagner to that great contract, and he changed his mind and said, I don't think so. All right, so remember I said to send your draft choices to the practice squad at the beginning of week 4 of the preseason, and then move them back to the active roster. You'll pay your bonus, or you'll pay the penalty on their signing bonus for being a draft pick. So now this guy wants $27 million over 4 years, but we don't want to pay that, and he's not going to take that. He's going to take this contract. Here you go, Chuck. You can do this. It does, and it works for guys even that aren't draft choices. It works for guys that are a first or second year player. So if you start a franchise, you can reset Bosa, you can reset Lamar Jackson, anybody that has at least experience of 2 years or less. Once they hit 3, it won't work because they can't go on the practice squad. So he wanted that big contract, right? $27 million over 4 years. We went 3.85 for 7. And look, he says I'd be happy to sign that, and we're happy for you to sign that. We signed Trey Sermon as a free agent, and at the end of the regular season, before we played the playoffs, I cut Darius Geis because I wanted Sermon to be our running back of the future here. So we did the same thing. He was on the practice squad, and we moved him to the active roster. So anybody that you have on your practice squad, anybody like you pick up at the end of preseason, if you activate them to the active roster before the end of the season, they will take this contract as well. See? He took it as well. Here's our superstar guy we drafted in the 3rd round. 7th round grade, 1st round talent. So this guy kind of makes up for us not having a 1st round pick this year, which I can probably go get a 1st round pick. It's pretty easy in this game to trade for. And since we're doing an unrealistic rebuild, I will probably... Here's another guy we drafted. Mabin, yeah, he was the other running back we got. This guy's just depth. He's not going to do anything but be a backup his entire career, and that's okay. Sounds like my music stopped. Here, give me 1 second. We're going to switch up the music. All right, Kyle Fuller wants $8 million over 1 year. He dropped to an 82. I could probably get better in free agency. Fluker, I don't want. McGlinchey, $17 million over 2 years. I'm going to let him go back and see if there's anything else out there. I can afford him, but I don't really want to. He wants $8 million over 1 year. But the guy that's replacing him is already a 78, so no. And Reed got hurt and lost his job, got hurt as usual, so we don't want him back either. So we need corner and right tackle. All the rest of these guys are re-signed. And as you can see, we should have progressed into the next year. So we have $181 million in cap space, with a $16 million penalty, and our rookie reserve is only $7 million because we don't have a 1st round pick. You can see Justin Fields is not getting paid. That'll take him all the way up until the time he's 30. Chris Carson, Leonard Fournette, all of our running backs, no one's making any money. Our new superstar X Factor wide receiver, no money. Levy, Mims, we're not paying for any of these guys. This guy's probably going to get cut. Tight end, we're paying nobody because Reed's going to get cut. We reset Becton's contract as well. Quinnen Williams got his reset. So yeah, we're not. This guy's going to take over as a starter, and he's not getting paid either. He's going to get cut. So That's how I have $180 million in cap space. All right, let's advance past this and get into free agency. And this thing right here is going to tell you what positions you need to upgrade. So it's telling me I need a right tackle, which we know we need. Corner, we know we need. Defensive tackle, just probably need more depth. Middle linebacker, but definitely because Wagner retired on us. Left end, we have a 78, so we probably need to upgrade our backup. It always tells you need to upgrade fullback unless you have a 80 something. The rest of this is all pretty tight. I mean, we have Williams, we have Carson, we have that other Williams, a free safety. Here's Becton, here's our receivers, here's our quarterback. We don't need any of these. So it just ranks them in order of how good and how deep they are. So we know we need a right tackle. And as you can see, we have $181 million to spend. So who's on the trade block first? Carson Wentz. He's all the way down to a 72. Ooh, Chuba. Chuba's an 84. Let's go look at him. He's a star. He's 84. 93 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 agility, 88 ball carrier. Not very strong. And we prefer to run through the tackles, so I have no problem playing elusive backs in a power offense, though. De'Ami Brown is a free agent. He's 24 years old. These guys are all in expiring rookie contracts. That's why they're available. Yeah, there's no offensive lineman worth trading for. We don't need right end. We do need left end. Booker's 25, 24. What's his? He's probably a regular normal dev. Yeah. Look at these young D tackles. We play 3-4 though, and I have Mel Hurst, and we got a guy got that superstar behind him, so we don't need him. Yeah, we got a starter there, so we're good. We're good on the outside. There's nobody in the middle worth going to get. Even this guy, he's 22 years old, but he's not a star dev, and he's not good at pass coverage, which is our archetype. So who's anybody at corner? J.C. Horn, $1.5 million at 24 years old. His contract is expiring. We could pay him. Only get 2 career interceptions. Well, we have plenty of money, so what would it take? They want middle linebacker, which we don't have a lot of. Here, just for the sake of seeing what he's worth, we'll offer up Cashman. And it gets the bar halfway. So I bet if we offered up a running back, even though they don't think they need a running back. Running backs are great for trading. This guy would replace our first round pick, so we wouldn't need to draft one. How about Fournette? You want Fournette? We'll trade you both these guys for Horn. Almost there. Yeah, that is really suspect. Sure he wasn't arrested for something? Right end, right guard. Who's my left guard? Udoga. Mailata's 27 years old. Let's see if they want these 3 guys for Horn. Boom! There you go. 24-year-old, 80 overall, star cornerback for a middle linebacker, a backup running back, who we already have as replacement, and a backup guard that can easily be replaced off the free agent pile or in the draft. So Yeah, he left the team because he got kicked off the team. What school are you at? Oh, you covered JUCO. So what school is that? So here you go. We traded 3 backups for a starting corner. What does it say our upgrade position now for cornerback? Yeah, see, it was up here at number 2, wasn't it? It's now dropped all the way down the list. So we definitely need middle linebacker. What else is available at middle linebacker? We saw there was really not much, right? And we have 2 other young guys, so we're going to have to go sign a middle linebacker. UT Martin, that's funny. I played them in College Hoops 2K8 and got them all the way to, I think they're like 32-2 one year in the sim. All right, let's go see if there's any other middle linebackers that we can poach. Looking at guys 24 and 25 years old. Devin White. Rashad Biggers. Dylan Moses, wow. Nick Bolton. What is his dev? He's a star dev. What did I want for him? They want a right guard. You want Davis? Let's see what this says. I'll gladly trade this guard for a middle linebacker. Bam! Hey, there we go. Just replaced Bobby Wagner. So now instead of signing a middle linebacker, I have to go sign a guard. So let's look at our team. So we just replaced Wagner and Fuller with guys much younger. We're going to have to re-sign those guys. So I need a right tackle. He's a star dev and he's young. So Mailata might have to get upgraded. But there we go. 281 middle linebackers. And then we got an 80 corner. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to need to go get another stud corner in free agency and work on offensive line. So Sermon was already rated the same as Fournette, and we're on the same contract, and he's younger. And that'll give him some playing time. So we'll probably need another running back, offensive line, and then corners. And if I have a big upgrade at left end, we'll take the big upgrade. What did that do to our cap penalty? Cap penalty is still 16 million. We still have 180 million. We're good to go. All right, so let's go look at free agents now. We traded for 2 of our needs. And Stephon Gilmore's out there, wants 16 million for 1 year. I might have to come back and sign him to a 1-year deal. Jerry Jeudy, oh my God. All right, I'm going to show you something. Sometimes this works, especially when they want a lot of years, okay? 4 years is a lot of years for free agents. So we're going to bump this to 7. We're going to drop this to 550 and give him 0 bonus, and we're going to see if he'll take this. Because if he takes it, I'll take him on the team. If he doesn't want it and he wants to get paid, that's fine. I don't really need him. But he would greatly upgrade our wide receiver core. So we'll see if he takes this. This works with running backs too. Oh my God. DeMarcus Lawrence. With Quinnen Williams. All right, boys, we're going to spend some money this year. We're going to spend some money. So he wants 25 million over 2 years. What does that get us? 88. I'm not even in the ballpark. All right. slightly up it. It's 93 points. All right, he wants to get paid. That's fine. We'll pay him. Let's give him 10 million. $101 points. Where does that get us? First. We're going to give him 16. I want to make sure we get him. Can you imagine DeMarcus Lawrence with Quinnen Williams? Here we go. '86 D tackle. We're not paying any of our D tackles. No one's offering this guy. I know we have a superstar, but he's a little bit of ways from in development. We can always trade off Settle or Hurst. So let's go spend some money, man. I'm going to try and get him on the cheap first. Always try to get these guys on the cheap. Isaiah Simmons. Hey, we might have just a ridiculous offseason. Let's go. We will revisit. I have enough money to pay every one of these guys, so we're going to greatly improve this roster right now. He might take this because he wants a lot of years. Tate, Andrews. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow would take this contract. You want to get a first-round pick? Watch this. I'm going to do this just for argument's sake. If I get Joe Burrow signed, we're going to trade him off for a first-round pick. A high first-round pick. Watch this. Actually, you can go this way. I've actually signed Mahomes to this contract before. I don't expect him to. Aaron Rodgers. All right, McGlinchey. You're getting the... we're going to pay you really little. That's the title on the series, man. It's Unrealistic. 19 points. Well, if you're only at 19 points, then we're going to sign you to the T4G special. That's what happens when you reset all these contracts. You have all kinds of money to go spend on people. All right, 25-year-old wide receiver. We're good there. Darius Slay. Mooney. I need a guard, right? Who else can we get? Marcus Peters is out there. Terrell Burgess is strong safety. Preston Williams. Hamler. Cool thing is, you take all these guys away from the other teams, so you don't have to face them even if they're sitting on your team as a backup. I'm looking at age right now. Any 25-year-old that's worth having. Epineza. Let's go by position. Winston, Jalen Hurts. He's 26. Any uber young quarterbacks? All right. Let's see if we can get Hurts in here as a backup. I'll get rid of Rosen. At least then we'd have two quarterbacks that are similar style. And if he signs really cheap, then we don't have to pay him to be a backup. You never want to pay your backup quarterbacks either. Never, never, ever pay. I'll go up to $650 or $750 a year, but I'm not going to pay him $3 million to sit on the bench. Halfback, we don't really need. Look at these guys. They have no offers. Not one offer. All right, I'm going to throw an offer out here on Zach Moss because he's a scheme fit and he's 26 years old. If we get Zach Moss, we'll have Sermon and Moss as our guys for the future, and we'll get rid of Carson after this current season. Is there a good fullback out there? No. Jerry Jeudy. Tons of wide receivers. This is why, if there's not enough wide receivers, this is why you don't pay for wide receivers, because there's plenty of them in free agency every year. Every year. There's also always guys in the low 80s that are veteran corners that you can get. I don't need a tight end. I need a third string tight end is basically what I need. Anybody young that's a scheme fit that I could stick on this team and put him at third string. Yeah, Hunter Bryant. This way I don't have to draft a third string tight end. I know I think we had Bushman, but he's older than this guy. I think we had Bushman. Yeah, I think we had. So I'll take him if I have to. We'll get rid of Bushman and go a little bit younger. We need a right tackle, not a left tackle. Don't like any of those guards. We could sign Andrews and move him to guard. Trey Turner, McGlinchey, Havenstein. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. But if we trade up, if there's actually a... let's throw an offer out here on David Andrews. He wants $9 million for 1 year. How about $11 million? All right, and we can move him to guard. DeMarcus Lawrence. Javon Kinlaw. We don't need a right tackle, or a right end, I mean. Left outside, we could use a backup. There's no scheme fits. There's this guy, power rusher. Any power rushers on right end? Right outside, I mean. He's 30, Shaq Lawson. All right. So speed rushing right outside, that's young. 26, 28, 26. We'll just go with what we got for now. Middle. Any young guys just hanging out doing nothing. He's a 72. That's all right. Not good enough. Corner. Here we go, boys. You want to see what $180 million in cap space will do for you? We're actually going to give him a 2-year deal. What's that put us? All right. He wants a little more. All right, fine. $37 million over 2 years. We'll pay you more. $38 million over 2 years. There we go. See if he takes that. Anybody young? Young guy, 24 years old. All right, this is a guy that we're going to put a low bid on because he's so young. We can keep him around. And if he doesn't develop, it's no big deal. He's just a cheap backup, and he's already at 76. We can get him up to an 80. He's 24 years old, so he's not going to progress really fast. That's why I'm looking for 25 that has a star dev, at least. He's normal dev. All right. Free safety, we're good. Strong safety, we bid on Simmons. Rosas. What is his... If he has a better accuracy. All right, 96 kick power, 88 accuracy. I'm going to bid on him because it's only a small downtick in power, but it's a really big boost in his accuracy. So I'm going to try, and then we'll just get rid of Sly. Sometimes these kickers don't take these really cheap deals. They just go to the offseason. A lot of times there are no kickers signed in free agency. They just go to the offseason, and then they get signed. So maybe I'll kick it to 650 and see if he goes for it. So now we're down to 121 million in free space. Punter is really good. Fletcher Cox. We're going for it, guys. We're going for it. 105 points. All right. So we bid $38 million for 2 years for Gilmore, $20 million for 1 year for Cox, $3.85 for 7 for Judy, $31 million for 2 years for Lawrence, $3.85 for Kinlaw, $3.85 for Simmons, $11.5 for 1 year for Andrews. We're going to try and steal Burrow to trade him for a first-round pick. McGlinchey, we were trying to sign cheap, but I will pay him if I have to because we need a right tackle. Trying to steal Moss on a cheap deal. Rosas, we're trying to upgrade at the same price. And these are just backups, really cheap backups. So, yeah, I know. The funny thing is I could probably add another $5 million to all those guys' contracts and I wouldn't even feel it. All right, let's advance and see how we did. David Andrews said no. Lawrence said no. We got Hurts as our new backup. Gilmore said no. Moss is our new backup. Look. Jerry Jeudy signed for 7 years at $550 and no bonus. And we get Fletcher Cox in the middle. So we didn't get the corner, we didn't get the end or the center, but we got a new backup QB, a new backup running back, and a number 2 wide receiver, and a 94 superstar X Factor D tackle. Holy shit. Let's go look at this. We still have $147 million to go. Look at this. We're going to pay him $20 million for 1 year. Big deal. He goes away next year. We have Jerry Jeudy for the next 7 years as a superstar wide receiver to pair with Elijah Moore. We have Moss for the next 7 years. And we have Hurts for the next 7 years. All right, Kinlaw wants a little more money than that. He wants 32 over 3. I don't need him. Simmons is getting a big contract offer. That was just, if he's going to sit there, I could actually pay for this, but I don't need to. That's all right. Joe Burrow still has no bids. McGlinchey, he wants to get paid, so we'll fix that. Rosas hasn't taken it. All right, so 6 bids, 1 bid. He's 26 years old. We have a superstar waiting. McGlinchey, 17.9 over 2 years. If we have to, we'll trade for a tackle. It was the end. We didn't get the end, right? The left end. Power rusher. He's only slightly better than the guy we have as the backup already. So that's okay. That's okay. Is there a right end? It's power rush, right? Yeah, I don't think there was a power rushing right end that wanted to play. Who's out there at corner? Kyle Fuller, Steven Nelson, Marcus Peters. He's a 79. $8 million for 1 year. I'll give you some money to come back. Oh, he really wants to get paid. Miss Stevie Nelson. See if he'll go for this. No, not even in the park. All right, fine. Guy's 26 years old. There we go. We're going to get one of these guys. All right. Let's go scout some players. Because now we have the combine grades. So let's finish scouting the guys we already scouted before. If there's anybody else that I'm missing outside of that one guy that glitched out and won't let me finish. No. We'll do it this way. Yeah, that's the guy we can't. He's a power rusher too. See this guy? His combine grade is dashed lines, late first round. So he's probably going to be a 75, but a normal dev. If the talent in the bottom right hand corner said early first round, then he would be a superstar or superstar X factor because they skipped the combine. Worst case is this guy's a star, but usually when they skip the combine and they have a high first round talent grade, they're going to be a really good player. Just making sure I don't waste any points here. All right. Unscouted. All right, so I'm glad I didn't go after this guy because he's a 4-point. Let's go by position instead. No quarterbacks. Strong arm, 4.2. These guys aren't going to be worth crap. Not worth even. Just let him go to free agency. This elusive back, 7.3, but he runs a 4.5, so he's strong, but he's 23. I don't want a 23-year-old project. This guy's 21, runs a 4.42. He's very quick. Let's check him out. Second round talent. Caleb Meeks, 4.5. 4.47. He's 23. Be a career backup. Deep threat, 4.34, but he's 24 years old. We don't need him. We have plenty of wide receivers. So if he's 21, I would look at him because then he could develop. Yeah, I don't need any wide receivers. This tight end. Nope. These tight ends with 6.0 or higher are worth looking at. Doesn't mean they're going to be worth a crap, but they're worth looking at. All right. This guy's agile. I hate these agile guys. Even though he has 30 reps, he's fast, but that's about it. This guy, 33 reps. Man, they have totally nerfed offensive linemen. Pass protector. And I'm going to waste 5 points here. That pisses me off. What's up, Revamp? How you doing, man? Made the playoffs, backed into the playoffs, and then got beat by a touchdown in the first round by the Browns. But your Cowboys won the Super Bowl. They beat the Chiefs by 7, I think it was. So your boys, Dak was the MVP of the Super Bowl. And here, you just missed out on this. Look at these signings. I got Fletcher Cox for $20 million for 1 year. I got Jerry Jeudy for 7 years at $550,000 a year with no bonus. Zach Moss for the same contract. Jalen Hurts for the same contract. So we got Hurts to back up Fields. We got Moss to back up Carson along with Trey Sermon. Jerry Jeudy's our new number one. He's getting paid nothing, just like Elijah Moore, who just earned a superstar X Factor. And Fletcher Cox is our a new man in the middle. And I offered Burrow this huge deal. I'm sorry, this long contract for no money. If he takes that, we're going to turn around and trade him off right away for a first-round pick. Because we do not have a first-round pick. Trying to bring McGlinchey back to play right tackle for a couple years. Trying to get some corner depth. Trying to upgrade our kicker accuracy here. And these are just backups. What did these guys sign for? Because we offered Gilmore more money than this. And we offered Lawrence more money than this. And we offered Andrews more money than this. We were going to have DeMarcus Lawrence and Quinnen Williams on the end. And Fletcher Cox in the middle. And then Gilmore on the corner. But they didn't take it. But we'll see what happens in the next round. I only put that Burrow one out there because I I want to get a high first round pick. Let's go to a trade center. We still have 150 million in cap space, so we're not paying Rosen anything. Is anybody interested? Yeah. I doubt there's going to be any green, but there's a lot of yellow because a lot of these teams don't have a starting quarterback right now. Any teams with quarterback as a need? Broncos, Browns, Bucks. I want them to be in the top 3. Miami. The Eagles. Who do they have a quarterback? Teddy Bridgewater. Who did Miami have? Tua. Alright. Falcons have Mac Jones. McCorkle. Garoppolo. San Francisco. Rosen's not that much of an upgrade in the game. This dude's a superstar X Factor. They just drafted him first overall last year. Jordan Love. They don't have very many draft picks. I'm not going to poach him. Trey Lance. Who's Lance with? The Panthers. Gardner Minshew. Haskins. What do you want for Haskins? Or Rosen. We'll give me a 3rd round pick and you can have Rosen. Thank you. All right, we just added a 3rd round pick. So this is our running back room. Carson, Moss, Sermon, Maven we drafted last year. Look at that. Not one of those guys is making over 540,000. Judy, Moore, Levy, Mims, Ross. We can trade Ross off now. Don't need John Ross. Anybody interested in John Ross on a super cheap contract? Probably not. We can keep him around, run back kicks. Oops, didn't want to go trade block. Hold on. How about this other wide receiver? Not him. This guy. Any yellow interest? No. These wide receivers are a dime a dozen. Tight end. We're trying to upgrade Bushman in free agency, but if we don't, that's fine. We're good to go with these guys. He earned a star dev. It should have been a superstar because he was offensive rookie of the year. Guy had 900 yards receiving here. Look. This was a guy we drafted in the first round when we whiffed on an X Factor, a corner, and the superstar middle linebacker. But his rookie season, 967 yards and 4 TDs. So, not bad. Got to upgrade tackle, center, left tackle. Alright, we can trade some of these D tackles off. This is the guy that's a superstar. So we're going to clear space by trading Settle. Jordan Elliott. Let's see if anybody has interest in either of these two guys. So Chargers are interested in Elliott. Give me a team with 2 yellow. Alright, the Bucks are interested in Elliott. Do they need D tackle? I don't want to trade him to a team that already has 15 D tackles. So they have 2. They're just looking for a backup. Let's find a team that actually needs a D tackle. Alright, Panthers need one. I don't know if they run 3-4 or not. We'll start with a 2. See if they'll take it for a 2. They probably won't. How about if I give you a pick? I got a couple of 4s. Let's offer you this 4 just to see what it looks like. If I give you both 4s, because I don't want to be drafting a bunch of times in the 4th. Alright, so if I take off this bottom 4 and give you the top 4, is that enough? Close. Close. That's early second round too. Let's see if there's somebody else. What does New England look like? They're good. They don't need them. Rams. I know they run 3-4. Nope, they don't need them. Seahawks. Puna Ford. They could use them. You willing to trade me a pick? That's a later second round pick. Nope, not interested. Alright. Steelers. They could use him as a backup or a starter. Let's see. Second round pick, number 50. Not interested. I'm not even going to look at these guys anymore. They have the first overall pick. They're not going to do it for this. Nope. Looks like the Panthers are the team we need to go to. They give us the most. So that's a second round pick, right? Give them the first 4th round pick. How close does that get us? Alright, so we can give them another player. Tight end, D tackle, quarterback, right guard, left tackle. You want this tight end? Trade you our 3rd tight end. Declined. No. My dog's losing her shit. Alright. We want a left tackle. Right guard. We don't have a whole lot of offensive linemen to get rid of. Tight end, quarterback. That's all their needs. How about a wide receiver? I got plenty of wide receivers. Want this guy? We'll trade you this guy. Close. Very close. How about John Ross? Nope. All right. How about Ross and the other wide receiver? No, that's even worse. I don't want to give up my 3rd round pick, because you can still find shit in the 3rd round. How about Ross and Bushman? Nope. All right. So what did they need again? They needed guards, right? So let's ah, shit. My game crashed. All right, well. Typical Madden. Give me a sec while I reboot the game up. Yeah, we'll see. Once Madden loads back in. Hey Q, how you doing, man? Who hate who? I hate EA. EA sucks for multiple reasons, but they just bought the studio that makes my favorite baseball game. So yeah, I hate EA. Give me a second here while we get this game reloaded back in. EA Sports. We screw up every game. What's up, fam? How you doing, man? You guys seen the free agents we just signed in the offseason? Fucking EA. At least they can't screw up 3, so we'll see with Super Mega 4. Now I have this, I'm not even doing the trial, and I'm doing this through EA Play, so I can pay, I paid $30 for EA Play for a full year, and I have access to all the games that they give you for free. So Madden, NHL, FIFA, all those games are free to download and play for the one bid. All right, Jets franchise. All right, so the people that just came in here and haven't seen this, we signed Fletcher Cox to a 1-year, $20 million deal. We signed Jerry Jeudy to a 7-year, $3.85 million. So he's getting paid $550,000 a year for 7 years. A 90 overall superstar wide receiver. Same with Zach Moss. Same with Jalen Hurts. Hurts is backing up Fields now. And we're offering that contract to Joe Burrow so I can turn around and trade him for a #1 pick. McGlinchey we're trying to sign. All the rest of these guys we're trying to sign to either start or be a backup. So let's go into the trade mode and see if I can get something they want. So let's see. They want a right guard, right? What will it take for him? How about a draft pick? Will you take a 4th round pick for this guy? Boom. All right, we got a guard for a 4th round pick. So let's go in here and try this trade again. So we'll trade Anderson. And we'll trade Settle. And see if we can steal their 2nd round pick. Went the wrong way. Close. All right, you should take it for this wide receiver now. So I essentially traded a 4th round pick, the D tackle, and a wide receiver because all I gave up was my last 4th round pick. So we'll trade them these guys. Declined. They want more. All right, I'll give you a 4th. It's the same as trading 2 4ths, right? See if they take a 4th round pick. Be the exact same as trading 2 4ths and a settle. Declined. All right, give you the better 4th round pick. They want that 3rd round pick, and I don't want to give it to them. These assholes. How about John Ross? Nope. All right, I'm going to offer them this wide receiver that we just drafted. Blair. He's 23. Declined. Wow. All right, let's do this. They want that right guard really bad, don't they? And I would take this guy as a backup for sure. So I'm not stuck. I would take him as a backup. All right. They want my 3rd round pick. So give me your 4th for this guy. Nope. Nope. All right. We are going to get this pick. It just might take us another week. So we'll just wait. We'll wait. At least, if nothing else, I just traded a 4th round pick for a backup guard. He's only on a 1-year deal, so that's not a big deal. So what? You can't find guards in the 4th round the way they've killed the offensive lineman. Let's skip a week. Give me Burrow. Give me Burrow. McGlinchey signed. He signed. He didn't. He signed. Rosas. All right, so let's go look. All right, so our new kicker is 96.88. He's 99.81. They're the same age. We'll trade Joey Sly away because nobody has a kicker on their roster. As you can see, no one's going to have a kicker on their roster for the most part. Boom, boom. Very few teams have kickers. So what could we get? Who was it? It was the Texans that had the high draft pick, right? Did the Texans have a kicker? No. All right. Let's see how high of a pick we can get for this kicker. don't even care if it's a 6th round. Bet you they do this for a 7th round, but this is going to be the first pick of the 7th round. Not going to do it. Wow. No, what I want to do is upgrade into the first round, but what I'm trying to do is trade away some of my other depth to accumulate picks so I can turn around and trade those picks. So, yeah, Sly's just going to get cut, and that's no big deal because we don't owe anything on him. All right, corner. So we just traded for this guy, and we signed him, what, 2 years? So Austin's going to go away. We could trade him off. Anybody interested? Anybody in yellow? Probably not, because they can get somebody better. Let's see if it works with the D tackle though. So we've got a superstar, X Factor, star, and a superstar. So I'm trying to clear space without actually cutting this guy. So I want to get something for him. So let's go back to the Panthers and see if we can get that pick now. Now I'm going to ask for their second and see what it says. Very close. So now do they want my 3rd round pick? I'll take their 2nd round pick. I'll give you the last of the 3. Declined. You assholes. They want the higher of the 3rd round picks. It's only 9 picks higher. So we're going to get their 2nd round pick, which is early in the 2nd round. Yeah, about 9th pick, 8th pick of the 2nd round. That's going to help us get into the 1st round. There it goes. So we traded 2 backups, not getting paid anything that we don't really need. So essentially we moved up from 83 to 41. 42 spots is a really big jump. And now we have an extra 2nd round. So Horn, these 3 guys are going to be leading us. This Guidry, these guys, Guidry. See what we want. Nobody's going to take this guy. He's super cheap though. Let's actually find a team that needs a corner, because that'll help us in the draft if we find somebody really good, because it'll take it off their needs. Those 2 teams have a need. Oh, there we go. Bears. Well, we're putting a 2nd just to see what the interest is in this guy. Nope. I didn't think they would do it. It's probably going to be a 4th round pick. Hell, not even that. But I'll take a pick out of these guys just to give them a corner. How about a 5? I'll take a 5 not to cut this guy. Let me go back to this 4 and give them a pick, a late pick. See if they'll take a 6. They'll move us up 2 rounds. Boom. All right, so we just upgraded another 80 picks from the 6th to the 4th for a guy we don't even need. And they get someone they can play. So it looks a little bit better. Right outside. Yeah, this guy needs to go away, because he's not even scheme fit. I wanted to cut him last year and accidentally put him on the practice squad. D tackle. So he's going to hang around for 1 year. He's uber cheap. He's our eventual starter. I'll probably put Clinton 2nd on the depth chart just so he plays. He's 26. He's the guy we wanted to get rid of. He's making $1 million too. Anybody need this guy? They probably signed a bunch of D tackles and now they don't need him. I'll cut him if I have to. Williams, Meadows. So right tackle and left guard are our biggest need on offensive line. Wide receiver is stacked. So these two guys are probably getting cut along with John Ross. So let's see what we can get for these 3 wide receivers. I just want to see if anybody is interested in these three guys. Probably no one's interested. Definitely won't be any green and probably no more yellow because they've probably signed all the guys they want to sign. Yeah, okay. So nobody's interested. That's fine. Let's get out of here. All right, so what is left? We still have $134 million. Burrow finally got an offer from the Titans. And this is still somebody we might want as a backup. Winston, Tannehill. Anybody still sitting out here with no bids? $80 overall, Jalen Reagor with no bids. Gronk with no bids. 73. This guy's a 78, but he's 32 years old. We need to get younger, not older. Okay. No real upgrade there, so what's corner look like? No bids on Callahan. Alright, we're done with free agency. If we get the tight end, great. If we don't get the tight end, no big deal. I never do 5th-year options because basically it does it for the franchise tag, and you can sign him back a whole lot cheaper than that. This dude will just reset his contract at the end of the year. No 5th years. These are the 2 guys we just traded for. And I knew we got them because they were going into a new contract, but I'll show you how to pay them nothing going forward. Or at least pay them fair market value, but not have to pay any signing bonus. We'll just sign them to 1-year contracts for the rest of their career. All right. Anybody that needs to be finished off? No, that's right. Halfbacks. Yeah, 4 or 5. Let's check him out. 4th round. A's across the board, but 4th round. Hancock, 4-4 with 25. Got some decent backups here. Late round picks. Give us some options late in the draft. 4-3-4. He's 24 years old. It's not. I'll scout him just for shits and grins, but he's a late 1st rounder, so he's a normal dev. He might even be like a 71 or 72, and he's 24 years old, so he's never going to develop, but he's fast. All right, let's start scouting these guys. Undrafted talent. Undrafted talent. Where's our ones with 11? There we go. So we need to do this power rusher. Ah, shit. I'm going to waste 10 points. All right. Well, this is an unrealistic franchise, man. What I'm going to do, what I have plans for, is we're doing this just for the fun of seeing how good we can get because we have all this cap money. I'm going to do another one where it's more realistic, where we just try to do it the hard way. And I'm going to do one where we get a 59 overall free agent quarterback off the free agent pile in week 4 of the preseason and make that guy the starting quarterback and show you that you can win with a 59 overall quarterback. Let's advance. All right, we got that tight end. So we got Younger at our third tight end slot. Anybody I didn't finish scouting? No, I think I got everybody all the way through. Let's go through positions we haven't looked at. So don't need a kicker, don't need a punter. Hybrid strong safety, third round. Fourth round. Guy runs a 4-4. He's a zone. There's a slot. 4-5. So he's a little slower, but he's back up. 6'4" run stopper. Very strong. Not very fast. We don't need run stoppers. We need pass rushers. All right, this guy. Look at that. Can't jump with this shit, but he's pretty good elsewhere. He's probably going to be normal dev. And he's 5th round. Not very fast. I don't need any D tackles. Normally I would scout every one of these guys that are 5'9", because this is where we found first round talent before, right? 29 reps is not good. 38 reps. He's not very fast, but he's really strong. Like I said, I don't need him. And even if he was a superstar, I've already got a superstar. I don't need. I'm playing a 3-4, so we're just going to skip that. This dude, we do need speed rusher. Third round talent. All right. We'll scout one of these guys because I only have 13 points. He's fast and he's strong. He's a beast. Not worth it. All right. We are done with that part, and now we got to do the hard part. Hard only because it takes forever. Manual trade. So let's see what we can get pick-wise. Let's go back here. Let's exit out of this for a second because I want to move into the first round, even if it's late first round. It's probably easier if I go to the go this way. I'm sorry. Let's just go to the standings page. Went the wrong way. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're not going to get any of those. We can easily get into the bottom of the first round. Bengals, Browns. We traded that away. I believe that was to the Raiders. See what we can do with the Raiders to get our pick back. Right guard, left guard, quarterback, center, D tackle. All right. Mo Hurst, you want to go back to the Raiders for a first round pick? Before I do this, let's go bigger. Let's try the Rams. They won't want it. Anybody green? There's a green. The Bills? Our own division? Hey, I would trade within division to get the 12th overall pick. Nope. Okay, I didn't think so. Let's go back to the Raiders. Let's see if we can get the 19th pick. Nope. We should get our first round pick back. And all we did was sign Hurst to the deal, right? Close. This is where I stockpiled those other draft picks. Let's see if they'll take it for 2 4s. Oh, so close. Let's try these two. Bing. All right, so Fletcher Cox replaces Hurst. It lets us play the superstar as his backup. We got our first round pick and gave up 2 4s, which are basically worthless. Those 4th round picks, they're really not worth making picks after the 3rd round, but unless there's, you know, 1st round talent sitting in the 5th or 6th round, but we still have a 4th round pick. So we got our 1st round pick back. So we didn't improve our 1st round position. So basically we traded off Hurst to get that tight end from last year. Essentially that's what we did. We traded Hurst to them to get our 1st round pick back. We traded that 1st round pick to move up. So we traded Hurst to move up to take the tight end. I would say that's a good trade for us, not for them. All right, so now we're going to go give me 1 second here. We're going to go to our depth chart and set this back up. So this tells us we need right guard, left end. Why does it say we need wide receiver when we just added a 90 overall? And a corner. So I strongly suggest using this page to help you plan for the draft. I would say right tackle should be a higher need than that. I'm off by 1. Where am I off? Must have scrolled too far. Alright. D tackle, kicker. That's right there. Right end. Alright. Exit out of here. Go back to my roster. Type this all in. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Q. Appreciate it. All right, right guard. And we're young there. Young there. Young at fullback. Extremely young at wide receiver for the most part. So we got 90, 88, 82, 80. The hell did I just do? And the only age we have is Ross, that's 28. Alright, left guard. Mailata's still at a decent age. He's just not the greatest overall. Would have been so nice to get Gilmore, but that's okay. So we have one 28-year-old. So we're going to need to get some youth at some point in the draft. He's 27, so he's getting close. But Cisco's actually our starter. We're good to go there. Ojulari's a superstar, so we get that covered. That's on lockdown. So we got McGlinchey for 2 years, so we really need to work on his replacement. We're cutting Bushman right now. Quarterback is set for several years. Left tackle set for several years. Even though he's 27, here, look at Williams. He's 27. I'm not too worried about it. He's a star dev. He's almost a 90 overall. And we have 2 more years at $11 million, and then we pay him nothing. So he'll be a really good backup once we get his replacement. He'll be cheap for 2 years, and then we're good. So not worried about him. That's why I structured that contract the way I did. Carson's in his last year with us. Sermon's our #1 guy for the future. So I just wanted an extra power back in there because he's going to be a speed back. So Moss is just going to be the goal line guy. I don't care about his speed because he's just going to be a goal line guy. And you can always find halfbacks in the draft. Let's get these other ones out of the way. And kickers age differently. We're going to get rid of Sly. Let somebody else go sign him to a bigger deal. Guy wins kicker of the year 2 out of 3 years and we cut him. Imagine what he would have been if he could be more accurate. All right. Good to go there. And we're only paying Cox for 1 year, so I'm not too worried. And Clinton is going to be the stud to replace him. And we can always find D tackles in the draft, as I've shown you guys, so we're good to go there. All right, now let's list our picks, and let's go set up our draft board, do this draft. All right, so got our own pick back. Even though it says Vegas, that's our own pick. I might package those 2, depending on what's available in the draft, I might package those, or I might package one of the 2s. To get back at the end of the first round. Because if this draft isn't very deep, then we won't hang around for those 5th and 7th round picks. All right. So we're young. It's this guy that's the old guy, so that's nothing we have to worry about. Can always use a good young corner. Needed his replacement. So we don't have a bunch of needs. We can just take best player available now. So that's always good. Always a good spot. And we're 88 overall in offense. So let's go set our draft board and get this draft over with. This will be a little tedious, but I'll go as quick as I can, as quick as Madden will let me. I go mark all of these first round guys, then all the second round guys. In fact, to speed it up, I'm not even going to, this guy won't let me scout him, so I'm just going to mark him as a first rounder. I'm not going to resort them within the positions. We'll just deal with it in the middle of the draft, just to make it go faster. Because normally I would sort them by their letter grades and their combine. But I'm feeling I'm rushing myself. I still have to go cut the yard and I have to match at 4:30, so I've got a little bit of a time constraint here. And I don't want to be eating lunch at 2 o'clock either, so. I almost did the stream at night just because of this little bit of a time crunch I have today during the day, but I wanted to get in here and do this instead, so we'll get this done as quick as possible. I find free agency to be more fun than the draft most times, just because you have known values sitting there, and they will sign some of those ridiculous contracts like we got Judy for, so that's a lot more exciting than drafting a 73 normal dev. And honestly, once I get past these guys that are second round green diamonds, the rest of them are just kind of eh. They're not going to be worth anything. What you're really looking for is those guys from the 4th round down that are graded as a first round talent, because that's what you want to get, those draft steals, right? You don't want to take draft busts, so I'm not interested in any of these guys. We'll let the computer take all these guys that don't belong in the first round. So that's why we may trade out of the later rounds if there's not a lot out there. And once I really look at this, oh shit, I missed some guys. Once I really look at this, we might have to make a couple more trades before we get into the draft. Trade up higher into the second round. I'm going to have to fix some of these second rounders that I missed. Let's do it right now. I thought there was a couple guys that were second rounders. I might be wrong. Maybe it was just one. All right. I don't know how you guys do your draft boards, if you even take the time to worry about it. I just find it keeps it more organized. It helps me figure out if I need to trade picks up, trade out. You're not guessing when you get to the end of the draft. It's like, all right, all the guys I scouted are gone, and there's really nothing worth looking at. So I'm just going to trade these picks for next year's picks. And if you just need backups, then yeah, you could grab some of these guys, 4th round, 5th round, 6th round, stick them on the team for a year or two, but they're really going to be, mid to low 60s. So it kind of makes it not worth the trouble, because they're not going to develop sitting on 3rd or 4th spot on the depth chart, unless you really have your sliders cranked up, which I might have to turn my sliders down a little bit in another year. I mean, I bumped them up a little bit, but I didn't go really wild. We're almost done. All right, 6s and 7s. Yeah, and I will do that in the earlier rounds as well. If there's no first round talent with a late round initial projection, then, and I don't need the backup, I have somebody that maybe he's 26, but he's going to be better than drafting a 65 that's 21. Yeah, I'll trade all of those out. I love it when they give you next year's pick in a higher round. That's really fun. I could do a really long video on trading where I have the draft pick trade value chart, and show you how to package 5, 6, and a 7 to move up to a higher 5, trade a 5 and a 4. So you're basically trading volume of picks just to get higher. So I can basically package my 5, 6, and 7 and work its way all the way up into the 3rd round. Because usually after your 3rd round, it's kind of pointless unless there's a lot of those like 7th round guys with a 1st round. What's up, Cincy? How you doing, man? Almost done with this draft prep, and then we'll get into doing some real drafting. So you can see there's a bunch of crap at 7th round. 6th round, there's nothing out there. There's only one 5th round guy that's projected for his round. Yeah, this guy's a power back. This guy he's projected early 6th, mid 4th. I would take him because he's got 25 bench and 4.47. Even though he's 23, he could be your fourth back, power back guy. Let's go look by position real quick. So Peter Harden is an early 1st round quarterback. Dylan McKinney is a mid 1st round. These two guys are early 2nd, mid 2nd. So this guy's probably just going to be a normal dev, nothing special. These guys would be worth taking. Only got one 1st round grade. He's an early 1st round. So he's going to be pretty good. They're always 5'9". They're never like 5'10", 5'11". They're always these little backs. Glad we don't need a running back. A physical wide receiver, early 1st round. Look at that, 4.45. He's very strong. The dude can jump, but he's 23 years old, so he would be wasted on our team. This guy's a little guy, mid 1st round, late 1st round. Luckily, we don't need a wide receiver at all. Don't need a tight end. Not interested in this guy. Agile tackle. He's a late 1st rounder. So he's strong and he's fast. I would consider taking him in the 2nd round. This guy I would consider taking late 1st round. He's not going to be a dev player guy at all. Pass blocking tackle. Yeah, there's really nothing out there. I would consider this guy Evan Mitchell, but I don't like him because he's agile. I mean, if he's got good pass blocking, and pass block is one of his. If he had good pass blocking, I could put him at right tackle, develop him, and have 2 years to get him up. But I'm not thrilled. Left end power rushers. This guy would be a good project. We could stick him on the practice squad. He's 23 though. Really want 21-year-olds. Now speed rush. He's 6'4", 250. We could move him to outside linebacker, and he would do really well at outside linebacker. What is he again? Early 2nd, mid 1st. So if we get stuck in the 1st round and we don't have anybody we like, we could think about him. This guy's early 1st, projected early 1st talent. He's going to go in the first 5 picks, I'm sure. This guy we have no idea because it wouldn't let me unlock his last 2. So he's very strong, not very fast. There's another speed rusher, early 2nd, very strong, very fast. D tackle, early 1st round. D tackle, late 1st round. Another early 1st rounder. 2nd round, he's projected late 1. 4th round, late 1. Mid 2. So there's nothing late really. No outside there. 3rd round guy with late 1st round. I would consider him in the 2nd round. And I would consider him in the 2nd round. And I would definitely consider him late with our pick in the 1st round, just because I can move him to middle. Don't really need him. Speed rusher. That's an option as a backup. This guy's mid 1st. Mid 1st. There's nothing at corner. Nothing special. free safety and strong safety are interchangeable. This is late first with an early round grade. One's a 5.2. So we could always take him and move one of the other guys back to free. Didn't mean to do that. He's an early first, early second. We could take this guy as well. All right. There's not a ton out there, so we'll just have to see what's available once we get into this draft. Did Burrow sign with Tennessee? Yeah, Burrow's with Tennessee. Rodgers signed with the Falcons. Cam is with the Steelers. Wow. All right, let's start the draft. No, I don't want to simulate. I've done that before accidentally. Accidentally sim the draft, had the first pick of the draft, and there's a bunch of quarterbacks. We don't need a quarterback. We were looking for a defensive lineman, and I got quarterback. All right. Texans with the first pick in the draft. Take Keontae Samuels, defensive end. Eagles take a left tackle. That's a 70. That might have been the agile guy. 76 D tackle. Another D tackle. There you go. Vikings take Peter Harden, 77 quarterback. I'll have to see what his grade is. I think that's the Taron Allen. I think that's the physical wide receiver. 74 corner. Yeah, corner's just not deep. There's more tight ends. Good. Waste those picks. 63 tight end goes 15th in the first round. Holy crap. Hey, George. I didn't know you were in there. I'm sorry. Welcome in, man. I was looking at the comments and I didn't see it was you. 66 middle linebacker. 69 wide receiver. This draft has got some shit in it. 49ers. 66 right outside linebacker. You need to fire that GM, George. There you go. That was a good strong safety. Man, these guys are taking some really bad picks. Dylan McKinney goes to the Packers. All right, let's see what's available. Don't need the halfback. Early first round talent. That would be nice to have. Don't need him at all. This guy's very possible. He could start, or we could move him to back up to free, and he'll start in 2 years. He's a late first, mid first, 22 years old, mid first, late first, late first, another late first. This is a tackle. He's a late first. We'll get him in a second. Looks like I don't need this halfback. I really don't want him. So we're gonna take this Matt Spriggs. And he's a normal. Fucking Madden. At least he's decent. He's flat. He's 75, 74, 73. Number 6 player in the draft. He's a normal dev. 89 speed is tolerable, even at free safety. He's good, decent pursuit, hit power, man. He can cover. Good injury. So, not bad. Didn't really cost us much to go get him. And that'll help us, because I think our other strong safety is a little older. So we'll be fine. Let's get through the rest of this first round. They took a 67. 66. Man, there's some bad picks in this first round. That was the guy, one of the guys we were looking at. Cowboys take a 68 corner. And the Texans 66. Man, there's some bad picks. All right, I'm just going to sim ahead to my next user pick. What is out here? If that linebacker's out there. Keontae Brooks. He's a run stopper. We wanted the other guy, the speed rusher, right? Late first. We could play him at D end or play him at right outside linebacker. Doesn't have enough bench press. No, what I said was I was going to take this guy, right? He's 21 years old as well. He's only 6'4", so we'll take him. 71 normal dev. Not a great player. They've just wrecked offensive linemen in this draft. All right, skip ahead to the next one. I'm going to take this speed rusher. Hidden dev. All right. We could always move him. He's also a good run stopper, pass coverage. So he'll work as both a backup to right outside linebacker and left defensive end. He's only 225. He's a little dude. 83 speed, 91 excel. Finesse moves are low for being... He's a coverage linebacker? Wow. That's funny. He's listed as a speed back, isn't he? Alright, let's skip ahead. Don't need wide receiver at all. Dexter Burrell, 4'3", 40. He's 24 years old though. Not interested. This guy's 23. 22. Man. Really nothing that I want. I could replace him. He could come in as a backup defensive end. I'll take this guy. He's not going to be anything special. But he gives me somebody to develop and put on the left end as a backup. I'm probably going to trade out of the rest of these picks. We'll see what's available, but I think I'm done drafting. Yeah, there's really nothing. This power hand. I think we might have to take this guy. He might become our fourth running back. 4'4", 40 with 25 bench reps. He's 22 years old. 7th round guy. We'll take him in the 4th round. 68. What's his ratings? 91 speed, 80 break tackle, 84 stiff, 83 carry, 80 juke. That's not bad. We'll take him. I'll take him. He's better than one of the other guys we got. And now we'll probably trade out the rest of our picks. Remember I traded those 2 away. Yeah, we're done. Alright, so we're at 2024 drafts. We're looking at 2025. They want to give us a 4th round. 123, 120. What was this one? 120. So we're going to take the 120th pick. We'll trade with the Giants. Get an extra 4th round pick next year. Seven. Well, they'll give us a 7 next year, so that's better than nothing. All right. Good to go. So let's look at this weak-ass draft. I'm glad we did well in the free agency. So Springs, first-round pick. He's a normal dev. He'll play in a couple years. Mitchell, we got to develop. He's already a 71, so that's good. And I'll work on his pass protecting and power to balance him out. Ward's a hidden dev. We will look at this because I always look at the dev trait here because we already know what the normals are, so why shouldn't I figure out what my guys are? Earl Ward's a star. Alright, so we have a star. He's backing up a star, so he might move to left end. We'll see. This is a power rushing left end. No, it's right end. So he might back up Quinnen Williams. This guy's normal dev. Hancock's normal, so we're good. Wasn't the greatest draft, but it, wasn't the worst. There really was nothing much out there. That was a shit draft. So let's go look at these safeties right now and see where we want to move this guy. So he's an 80, but he's 27. He's a star at 24. Normal dev. Got Hooker on a cheap deal. Don't hear that too often, though. He's 92 speed, 93 agility, acceleration. Hooker might be the one that goes. What I might do is just move him to free safety to back up Williams. Let these two guys play strong. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset his contract too. We'll do that in week 4. Cheap Hooker. Man, everybody likes that, right? Alright, so Hooker's going to go away. We'll deal with him in training camp. Corners are fine. Alright, so this is the guy we drafted, so we can get rid of Huff. So he'll back up Ojulari, and he'll also back up Williams on end. We have Michael George, so we'll have double coverage there. Need to work on a left outside linebacker down the road. So Fletcher's going to start, Clinton's going to be his backup, and he'll start next year. So we'll need to draft another decent young defensive tackle next year. Hopefully we can get a late round guy again. Williams is fine, and he's not happy, but he's going to go on the practice squad anyway, so I don't care. So he's an 83. We got to move this left tackle. Put him over at right. McGlinchey's backup was the 7th round pick we got last year, so he's nothing special. Yeah, so he'll go away. We'll cut him, and we'll work on developing him. Guards are fine, center's fine. Tight ends are good. Gladstone, he got screwed out of a superstar. He was Offensive Rookie of the Year. Here, if you didn't see this before, George. Almost 1,000 yards and 4 TDs as a rookie. Got upgraded to star after that one game, and he was Offensive Rookie of the Year, so he should have got another upgrade, but he didn't. Thanks EA. But, if you didn't see this before, Elijah Moore. His 3rd straight year with 1,000 yards. He got upgraded to X Factor. He was a 2nd round pick. Not bad production, for a 2nd rounder. And he's all the way up to a Superstar X Factor. So he's the one that got upgraded to Superstar in that Chiefs game. And then at the end of the year, he got progressed up to an X Factor. And then, 25-year-old 90 overall Superstar Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, we signed him. He hasn't played as well as he should, but we signed him to the T4G special, right? He'll be around forever. Maybe we can get him up to a superstar too. And this guy was our 2nd first-round pick last year, or 2 years ago. So he's He's our slot guy. He had almost 1,000 yards last year. He replaced Mims. Mims is still 26. He's an 80 overall star. So Ross will probably get cut, and these last two guys will get cut. And then Carson's he'll be around. I mean, we might keep him on the team as a backup, but we got young guys coming in here. Sermon's going to be the starter, and Zach Moss will be the backup next year. And then we got Hurts to back up Fields. So his throw power is not as good. It's only 85, but he's a backup. Don't care. Yeah, McGlinchey's there for 2 years, so we'll work on that. We'll see what's available in free agency and in the draft. So. And we get some upgrades in week 1 already. Alright, so this guy, I'm just upgrading him to get rid of him. There we go, Levi Clinton. That was our big find last year before. So I want to get his power rush up. He still stays a scheme fit, so he can do both. He can play the run and rush. Look at this. 93 strength, 80 power moves, 79 block shed, 85 tackle. Alright, what I want to do is come in here and change one setting, because I want to set who I have for the training myself. And yeah, we're not playing all Madden because it doesn't matter, it's sim. That way we take all the cheese off the sim too. If I was playing, I'd play all Madden, but we're not playing. We're going to have to sim this first week. Preseason games are pointless to watch. And we win. So we have a veteran mentorship. So McGlinchey wants to help Evan Mitchell. And we're going to work on pass blocking. Is he working on the guy that's behind him? We want power pass blocking. So he goes up 3 on pass block power. Yeah, simulation does cheese. So who was that he helped? Did he help his replacement? Yeah, he helped his replacement. We got these guys flipped. So he's training up his replacement. So what did that? He went up 3, right? Pass block power went up 3. Pass block power, yeah. So it went from 70 to 73. So that's very helpful. And it jumped his pass protector up 1 or 2 at least. I think that was a 65, wasn't it? And it jumped his power 1. So that was a really good upgrade. No, I'm using my sliders. Here are my sliders. And they're actually lower. If I can find what I did with the sliders. Alright, so Mr. Hurricane likes to boost his sliders. We're gonna use his sliders in about 3 more seasons once we get more of these really good stock roster players. You know, the current regular NFL players start retiring more because they don't have enough high overalls in the draft, so the teams are going to suck. So right now I'm at 110, but at some point I'm going to push the quarterbacks to 140. Halfbacks at 135, they're going to get knocked up to 195. Tight ends at 150 are going to go to 205. And we may only do it for a year or 2. Wide receivers at 135 are going to go to 185. So basically 50 points across the board. Fullbacks are going to stay at 150. Tackles will go from 145 to 240. Guards will go from 135 to 235. And centers from 165 to 250. D-end, 145 to 200. D-tackle, 170 to 222. Middles, outside, 110 to 154. Corners, 160. free 155, strong 155, punters 165, kickers 150. So I'm going to push his up. I'm going to push all of these up just to get the computer generated players up, progress them up. But we're going to stay on mine for a while, at least the first 5 years, so this year and one more, and take a look at it. So what I'll do is I'll go in and look at the overalls. So let's, for example, let's go to quarterback while we're doing this and talking about it before we, because it's kind of important to see what the whole league is going to look like, right? Got to compare them across the league. So Fields is an 88, and he's played 3 years. So Lamar's a 99, Mahomes is 99. Lawrence is up to a 91, but look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys that are 90 or above at quarter. This guy was a draft pick. What is he? Is he an X Factor? He's a star. Herbert is a superstar. Murray's a superstar. Russell's an X Factor. Fields is a superstar. Zach's a superstar. All right, this guy was just drafted as an X Factor, and I don't know what he started at, but he's a superstar X Factor. But so we don't want to have our top quarterbacks being in the low 90s. Where it really needs help is going to be on tackles. So look how fast that drops off, and look, he's 33, he's 30, he's 33, he's 32. So all the young guys are down here. They're still, look at that. We don't have very many good left tackles. What about right tackles? Well, Wirfs is high, but these guys are all in their late 20s, early 30s. So we're going to run into offensive lines sucking. Same thing with guard. We don't have too many young guards that are worth it. Centers, they're all old. Left guard. So this is where you need to work on your sliders and make sure you push them up so that we actually have Pro Bowl players in the 90s. It helps with your free agency. Where you don't really need to do it at all is wide receiver. Yeah, we've got a shit ton of wide receivers. We don't need help at wide receiver. Running backs progress enough on their own, so we don't necessarily need running backs. D end, you know, there's pretty decent amount of D ends. D tackle. There's still a lot of guys in the late 20s and early 30s, but it's still a good position. Outside linebacker, got some old guys. Middle, kind of the same way. We've got middle's not so bad, but you got a lot of guys in their late 20s at the top. Look how many. We only have one right outside linebacker that's in the 90s. What about corners? Do we have any young guys? Any 25-year-olds? No, there's not one 25-year-old that's a 90. That's the highest guy, Sertan. He's an 85, and that was a computer. That was someone made that draft class. So this guy is the guy we missed on when we took the tight end. Okay, so he's a computer-generated player, but he's an 84. That's another computer-generated. So offensive line is really really important that you guys push your sliders up on those guys, because otherwise, yeah, there's never good enough fullbacks. That's why I leave it at 155, but I still haven't really progressed up. You could put it at 200 on fullback, and I don't think it really matter. And you also want them to progress and get up in the 80s and 90s so that you actually have free agent classes that are worth going after and signing. Otherwise, the draft sucks. There's no free agents. Everybody's team is stagnant. And you can't improve yourself. And you can't improve during the draft. You can't improve during the free agency. none of the younger players leave and go away as free agents and ask for big money. So it ends up being your salary cap is wasted. And it'll be completely wasted with the way I use Tip for Gamers thing with the practice squad. All right, he's checking back in. Evan Mitchell's all over his blitzes. He's going to get a bump in awareness. Yeah, it goes up 3. So what does that do to his awareness? $75. So that 3 points really helps. So look, he's in the mid 70s. So I think this is the week I can go in. I didn't fix the training, did I? Yeah. I leave training on auto. It does it as bronze because if you do these and get gold, your guys are going to really progress faster than the rest of the league. So you're going to be a great team, but the league's not going to be able to keep up. So we definitely want the hidden. We definitely want this guy, and we definitely want him. All right, so we're good. So I can go back to putting that on auto. Actually, I need to do the training first. We'll just sim the training. Because that's what the CPU does for the other teams. It trains all the CPU, trains as bronze. So everybody's training is balanced, and then you just fix all of it with your progression sliders. Otherwise, you'll get way out of balance from the rest of the league with your team. Anybody hurt? No. Upgrade these players. Poor Mims had a 1,000 yard season, and then got moved to 4th string. Whitfield's somebody we drafted. Very late. He's nothing special. He's a normal dev. This guy's going to lose his job, so we're going to try and boost him up as much as possible to send him out to free agency. Yeah, I have some where I do the training myself and get them silver or gold. And it just, your players are all in the 80s and 90s and the rest of the league isn't. And so you just win every single year. That's kind of boring. But the progression sliders helps everybody. That was nice. Strength, tackle, man coverage, block shed, zone. So even though I hit run stopper, it helped 2 of his coverage skills. All right. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, we smoked the Cowboys in this week of the playoff, preseason 45-0. So 28-24. Always upgrade your players before you do cuts. And Gladstone, we're going to do possession, because that'll also help blocking. Pass block power, pass block finesse, run block finesse, run block, plus medium route. What's his ratings? 90 speed, 88 catch, 75 short, 74 medium. Deep is only 66, so we're going to have to start putting points into his deep route. But he's a good middle of the field, short, medium route. That's fine, even though he's a deep archetype. We don't need him to go deep. We have plenty of other guys. Vera Tucker, I want to get him up as fast as I can, get him to at least an 80. And when you guys are progressing your quarterbacks, the faster you can get all of their accuracy levels to an 85, the better they're going to be in a sim. I learned that from Mr. Hurricane. Speed rusher, run stopper. This is our new guy, right? I'll give him his upgrade here. Jerry Jeudy was an upgrade. Helping short routes. Slot really helps the short route. 2 catching. Nice. And it helps short and deep. Alright, we're to week 4, so now we gotta make cuts. But before we do cuts, is Chuck still in here or did he take off? Chuck, you still in here, man? Nope, he's gone. Alright, so this is where I'm going to show you how to reset your contracts for your draft choices. Remember we drafted this halfback. Now he's not going to get paid a whole lot, but what I want to do is I'm just going to stick him on. I'm not even going to reset his right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's just going to go straight on the practice squad. We'll reset him next year. Wide receivers. He's getting cut. He's 25 years old and he hasn't even gotten on the depth chart. This guy I'm finally just going to get rid of because no one wants to trade for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Ross is going to get cut. And we'll go with these 5. We just drafted him and I've already reset his contract. So you can see we pay nothing for these guys. Tight end, we pay nothing for these guys. Left tackle, nothing. Guard, nothing. We signed Mailata. I think he's got another year left. Good to go there. Good to go there. I can't reset him. Definitely resetting him and putting him back on the team. So what you do, since he's a rookie, you hit move to practice squad. And then you click on him again and sign him back. So whatever his contract was is now 2.47 for 1 year. And then we'll sign him to that 3.85 for 7 years in the off season after our season, or after we're done. This guy I'm not going to dump right away. I'm just going to move him to the practice squad. If I need more room, we'll cut him later. Yeah, that's what Mr. Hurricane said. All right, so this is a guy we drafted, but he's not good enough to play. So we're going to just straight move him to the practice squad. I'm not going to reset him until next year. Fletcher Cox is a 1-year deal. These guys have already been reset. They're good to go. Barnes we paid big money to. Bolton's going to be a free agent. I'm not going to sign him to a deal unless it's stupid cheap. What I'll do is I'll just go to the off-season and cut him and put him back on the team, and he'll sign a 1-year deal with no penalty, and we'll just do that every year. Ojulari Ward. All right, so definitely keeping him and resetting him. It said 1 year, 2-point-something million contract, didn't it? So, yeah. Huff is going to get cut because he's not good enough to stay on the team. He's too old. Not high enough overall. Corners. He's on a cheap deal. We just traded for him. We will reset his contract at the end of the year. I just signed him. Wasn't that a 2-year deal? Wasn't very long. Yeah, it's a 2-year deal. So he's just kind of a placeholder until we can draft somebody. And these guys are all reset. Free safety. He's going to get reset and back on the team as a backup so he gets some playing time. Not draft picks. $1.28 million, so he's way cheaper than he would have been, and we'll see if anybody wants Hooker. Anybody want this 78 overall? Yeah, a couple teams do. Anybody green? We'll get a draft pick out of this. Steelers, Bengals, Broncos. Is that it? Steelers, Bengals, Broncos. Alright, so let's see who really needs them. Free safety. Okay, Steelers, Bengals, Broncos. Looks like the Steelers are the ones that need them the most. Alright, what will you give me for it? This is just to see what the bar says. Yeah, I didn't think so. We'll just go one round at a time and see what they'll take. Might only be a third round pick, but that's okay. Alright, well, we can get up to the second round. Let's give them this extra fourth round pick that we got when we traded our fifth away. Is that enough? Almost. What else do you need? Center, quarter, right outside, fullback. Do we have an extra fullback? No. Alright, we cut all those other guys. I could have traded them. Alright. I'll give you a 7th round pick. Thank you. So we traded Hooker off for their 2nd round pick. So now we have a couple of seconds. Basically for 2 picks that we didn't make in this last year's draft, the 5th and the 7th that we didn't make, we shipped off with Hooker and got a 2nd round pick. So that works. Good on strong safety, good on kicker, good on punter. So now we have 2 close picks in the 2nd round. It's projecting us to pick 22nd. So not bad. Alright, and we don't need to cut anybody else. So let's go see how many. We only had like, what, 3 or 4 guys on our practice squad. So this is where you can go to the free agents and add young guys that have practice squad eligibility. Right, so now we have 7 guys we can add. So let's go steal some practice squad guys. 24-year-old halfback. 76 free safety. I'll take him as a backup in case somebody gets hurt. There we go. Look at this. He's a 74. He's 25 years old. But you know what? If I don't need him, somebody else will, and somebody else will trade for him. Here's a 74, George Coffey. George! There's your man, George Coffey. Gotta put him on the team just for that, man. Alright, a left end. He's a speed rusher, so he's actually a right end. I'll take him. Doesn't cost me anything. Here's a 73 corner with 92 speed. Cam Carter. Sign him to the practice squad. George Coffey. We got to get that guy on the team and playing, man. Alright, so 72. Oh, look. Here's a 71 left tackle. He's power scheme, so he could be a guard. Any quarterbacks? 3rd quarterback? What's Kevin Young? It's 93 throw power for these 2 guys. Short, mid, and deep. Throw under pressure. We're going to sign Kevin Young as a 3rd quarterback. You already have two running backs on there. We don't need another one. No fullbacks. We don't need any more wide receivers. No tight ends. No tackles. No guards. It's a 69, but he's 25 years old. I'm going to take Isaiah just to have an extra middle. Yeah, I can do that. I haven't done that before. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Made the playoffs and lost in the first round, but we picked up some We've got Jerry Jeudy on a 7-year contract at $550,000 a year with no signing bonus. Right outside, speed rusher. We already have one. Yeah, it's not worth it. No kickers, no punters. Top 100. All right, so let's look at all. Who's available? Cam Hayward, an 84 right end. Sitting out here as a free agent. I mean, how can you pass up an 84 right end? And I have 131 million in cap space. Welcome to the team, Cam Hayward. Darius Williams. Bouye. Sheldon Rankins. Peoples-Jones. Jesus. Let's go by position real quick. Tannehill's out there. Miles Tatum. Derek Watt's a free agent. There's really nothing out there. I can't put this guy on the practice squad. He's not eligible. See, I have practice squad availability, but he's not eligible because he's probably been on the practice squad both years. Peoples-Jones, I don't need. Seth Williams, I don't need. Physical wide receiver. I guess what I should be doing is looking to see if there's any stars out there at a young age. Skull. I know it's good. 24 left tackle. That's our guy. There's a 25 left tackle. Yeah, this is where you can come in here and snag some of these guys that are star devs that are really far down. All right. Sedarius Hutcherson. He's not eligible, so he'd have to replace somebody that's already on the team. Juwan James. Guy tore his Achilles. He's going to get cut by the Broncos. Spencer Brown. Buster Brown. Dalen Haynes. Ooh, there's a 25. Who's that guy? Is he on the team? Yeah, he's on the Colts. Power rushing D tackle, but he's normal dev. That's the guy we signed. There's no power rushers. That's what my archetype is there. Jamin Davis. I'm gonna have to sign him because he's better than our some of our backups. This guy. Alright, so I have 2 cuts I need to make. Any other corners? Young corners? 25-year-old DJ Daniel. He's a 76. I can't put him on a practice squad though. Probably have just as good guys there. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so let's go make these 2 cuts. Get through the preseason and we'll wrap this up. I have 3 cuts. So we'll make these 3 cuts and we'll be done. We need to eat some lunch and need to go cut the grass before it rains. Alright, so 2 quarters. You guys can help me out. Revamp streaming. We'll send all you guys to revamp. 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy might get cut. He's a possibility. Because we have that other guy on the practice squad already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're good there. Good there. He's 24. You know what I might do? Hayward's not going to play over Williams, but he could play left end. So I think we're going to cut this guy and move Cam Hayward to left end. 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need 3. This guy got any eligibility for practice squad? Probably not. Worst case is I cut Jordan Elliott. Left outside. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Isaiah Shields is going by. Madden's cracked. It won't let me go. Zane Zandier's getting cut. And we're done. Alright, so now I need to move Hayward over to left end. So our both of our ends are superstar and our D tackle's the X factor. Pay this guy 1 year. And he's a scheme fit. So we're 88 offense, 85 defense. Make sure it's got all of our best guys playing. Tell it to generate the best lineup. Confirm. Alright, this is what we're going to roll with this year. Might need to move this guy over to guard and develop him to replace Mailata. Gladstone, Moore, Judy, Levy. Defense, got a lot of colors on here. Look at all these colors. Cisco's going to start. Yeah. We're going to move Ward to number 1. And we're going to move this guy to number 2. Clinton's number 2 there. Move Ojolari to number 2. Cox to number 2. Alright. Specialists. Ojolari's our rush right end. Rush D tackle, rush right end. So they're not even letting Quinn and Williams rush? That's not right. That is not right. Why do we not have a... I'll have to fix that on the other one. Yeah, yeah. We want the 93 as our rush end. Sorry, that's not going to work. Mims is our slot. No, we're going with Levy. Cisco is our slot corner. We're good to go there. All right, so I got to go to the regular depth chart and make sure Quinn and Williams is our rush right end because I'm not having a 93 sit on passing downs. That makes no sense. I don't know. Can you guys understand why he's not rushing? Yeah. Rush left end. Well, why does it do that? So I can have a 93, that's D tackle. I can have a 93 and an 80, or I can have an 87 and an 84. We'll do that. We'll flip those two. We have a rush outside linebacker. All right. Good to go. Don't have any upgrades to go. Nobody's injured. All right, let's sim this last game and we will be done with the stream. And either tomorrow day or Saturday. Might take tomorrow day off because I have to work out. So maybe Saturday. That could even be Saturday night. We can play the next season. Pounded the Chiefs. Set season goal. Make the playoffs. I can't get fired. So let's upgrade our players. Elijah gets another upgrade. Boom, 2 in awareness, jumping medium, catching traffic. Ojulari. Let's improve his run stopping because I want him to be a 4-down guy. Strength, zone coverage, nice. Quinnen, power run, speed. Let's do run stopper. Took him out of scheme fit. That's okay. 88, 85. All right. I think, let me clear these off real quick. I think we're good to go with this. So I'm going to send you guys off to Revamp and you can watch him. And so once we get to May 20th, I will start streaming a lot more often. And I will do some day and night streams. Probably when George is streaming at night, I'll stream during the day. And then stream at night on the other ones. But I'm kind of looking at taking Wednesdays off. And so we'll do like Madden on Monday, Tuesday, take off Wednesday. College football, we'll get back to doing my Mizzou. We're going to go for 4 in a row. Already got 2, so we're going to go for 4. We'll do Mizzou on Thursdays and Fridays, and then on probably Sundays, Sunday mornings, Sunday nights, we'll figure it out. We'll do Super Mega Baseball. So Sundays I'll have more time to stream. We can stream for long. We can stream 5.5 hours if we have to. Play a lot of games, and I need to show you guys how to do the off season on that because we stopped after the playoffs last time. So that's kind of the goal, and we'll see how it plays out. But stay tuned, and thanks for stopping by and watching. I appreciate it. And let me get this set up. We'll send you guys off to Revamp. All you old Pimp Juice boys can go have fun. I'm going to go mow the grass and eat some food and get ready for my match today and see what happens from there. You know, worst case is, you know what? I might even come back tonight. If there's nobody on streaming, I might come back tonight and play this season. We'll see. Stay tuned. Watch for your notifications. But anyway, you guys have fun the rest of the day, and we will talk to you later on.